Let's get started. In today's session, we'll understand what is engineering and what is the main purpose of data engineering concepts. What is ETL? What is data warehouse? What is big data? And we need to learn why we need to go for data engineering activities. We need to learn what we do at our job desk. From there, we'll continue understanding the main derivations of our course, including the technicals, the project work, etc. We are into ETL, data warehouse, the birthplace of data, websites, apps, IoT devices, or forms, and other sources. They bring us data into OLTP. You go to our website sqlschool.com, you fill a form to enroll for the webinar, maybe our weekend free webinars or the regular classes. Data comes to the database, OLTP, online transaction processing database. SQL developers will be responsible for these databases. We as data engineers, we are into ETL, data warehouse. Our course is specifically for Microsoft platform, this triangular love story. Really, ETL left, two flavors of warehouse right, to make it clear. This is our course. We have other products from Amazon. Amazon Glue, Athena for ETL, Amazon Redshift, that AWS data engineering, we have separate 2 months course. Snowflake engineering, another 2 months. Snowpark, data build tool, Snowflake. We are into the dark boxes, first 3 boxes here. Let's understand what it is and how. Simple, straightforward concepts. In our classes for core engineering, with a prerequisite MS SQL, kindly revise your MS SQL concepts, and you may extend your data engineering learning with Power BI. We are into the plan for 7 to 8 weeks for complete practice oriented classes on this data engineering. We'll start our practice from today itself. This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practical classes from scratch, right from the basics. From today, need your support, on-time practice and on-time submission of assignments, so that we can get more and more. Need your support. We respond more, we get more. I do more, I get more. Agenda for today's class, we'll understand slowly what is database. Okay, here we go. What is database? We'll slowly understand what is warehouse and ETL. Next, what is data engineering, the components involved, the prerequisites and the course takeaways. Let's see. Our requirement. First, what is database? A platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, and there are 2 types of databases, basic level. OLTP, my showroom. Data warehouse, my godown. ETL, the transport system in between. Once again, to make it clear, data engineering is all about ETL and warehouse, nothing but big data. Cloud computing is responsible for ETL. Big data is all about data warehouse. So we need to involve in something called compute clusters, cloud compute variants, cloud compute components, technically in our classes. So cloud computing, big data are the regular jargons in data warehouse. OLTP, online transaction processing databases to store live real-time data, developers will take care. Data warehouse to store old historical data, inactive data. Will be taken care by you and me, data engineers from today, second half of the course. Now, what next after warehouse? Where the data goes? Remember, analytics, AI, machine learning, etc. Okay, now what we are learning here, we are understanding slowly how to step into the concept of data warehouse. So this is the block diagram for our entire course. I'll mail you all these slides. This is the only PPT slide for the entire course. We are going to learn how to read, extract data from existing OLTP databases. So MS SQL is a prerequisite. We are going to learn how to read, classify, clean, and merge the data, transform the data using non-database sources, structured, unstructured sources, files. To read data from files, no prerequisite needed. But to load data from databases, yes, we need to have knowledge on MS SQL for Azure data engineering. We involve in open source ETL, open source warehouse, Microsoft ETL, Microsoft warehouse. This is our entire course. We need to also learn how to define the connections, test the access to Power BI in our classes. Dedicated Power BI separate 1 month journey, 7 tools, 2 hosting environments, Power BI, a vast environment. Here we are going to learn the connection part, how to establish connections, how to verify connections from our big data sources. We are going to construct in our classes. So in our classes, we need to learn storage components, ETL components, and something called Python ETL, Spark, PySpark, Scala activities. Our entire course is into 3 modules. ETL module, Microsoft open source. Warehouse module, Microsoft open source. And a common backbone, storage and staging environments. With project work solution, I will take care. And what concepts are the prerequisite to make it clear and straight? Revise MS SQL concepts. Revise all MS SQL concepts, especially constraints, joins, group by. Those 3 enough. What is it? Constraints, joins, and group by. Those 3. Constraints, joins, group by. Please practice them thoroughly. That should be enough. At the first place, during our classes, during your free time, maybe on weekends, please revise normal forms and rank functions also. Please revise them carefully. For best learning, we need to understand what we are doing, right? That's important. I don't want you to by heart anything. Understand the things, it becomes easier. We need to adapt to the new things in an easier way, understanding. So we are going to start fundamentals of Azure today and slowly proceed for Azure SQL Database, SQL Pool, storage, next few classes. We need to have something called stream analytics, Databricks, Data Factory, Synapse Analytics, Key Vaults, Active Directory, IoT, Event Hubs, Logic Apps, Monitors, and though it's not mentioned here, we have few more items like Microsoft Entra, Azure Purview, and additional items with AI. We'll use AI inbuilt within Microsoft data engineering workspace environment for few scripting activities. There's something called Python ETL scripts that can be easily generated with inbuilt AI components given by Microsoft. DPTO3 certification guidance part of the course. I painted in red here because it seems it's going to be expired very soon, but we have new certification. The concepts remain same. Same thing happened with Power BI a couple of years back. We used to have DA 100, then came PL 300. Now it seems they are also expiring it again. Other certification, but the same concepts. We are learning the concepts initially. So in our classes, we need to learn data factory and Synapse items, Microsoft ETL, Microsoft warehouse, and open source ETL, open source warehouse, and storage items, stream analytics, migrations, etc. with project work. Things are very simple, straightforward. And what next? Let's start our introduction now. Before we proceed, two items. Number one, our project work. Project includes MS SQL databases as a source and few unstructured files as a source. We are going to use whatever we learn in our classes to implement ETL and data warehousing, extract, transform, load, and data warehouse. E-commerce environment and the complete project end-to-end plan solution are important for our resume. So you may start the project from first week of the course in parallel to the classes. You may start the project if you have time to practice, time to implement it. If not, you may start your project from second week or third week or fourth week, whenever you want. Better to start the project after first initial 3 weeks. My recommendation for proper understanding of the requirement and getting my phase by phase solution. If our interviewer asks us what we did in the project, what are the challenges we faced in the project, what are the ETL techniques, ETL optimizations, warehouse techniques, warehouse optimizations, and what are the drawbacks of each component, what are the advantages of each component, that's important for us. We'll do it carefully to add value to our resume. With this small introduction, a final screen with a synopsis of what we did for last 10 minutes. We learned what is engineering, the components involved in our engineering course, complete notes, project work, solutions, project FAQs, concept FAQs. I will take care. And certification guidance will do part of the course. Kindly revise your MS SQL concepts, constraints, joins, group by. What about the practice? Request you to have a debit card or a credit card. Anyone from your end to activate your free trial. Your free account will be valid for 30 days. And after 30 days, you may need to have a paid account. Out of all these, the Databricks component is there, right? This one has 14 days trial separately. For that 14 days trial, no credit card, no debit card required. So 30 days trial plus 14 days additional trial will actually suit our course. But good to have another card for another 30 days for more practice. I'll guide you with the things step by step, but good to have your own environment for practice purpose. Over to you now. Let's go for questions if any, and we'll slowly start our technical journey for next 30 minutes. We'll do slowly. Please, over to you now. Any questions? I'll wait. Mic with you all. I'll wait. Any questions, please let me know. I'll wait. I'll pause this video for some time. Let's start technical journey. Let's prepare ourselves for next classes from tomorrow. What is cloud? A virtual environment to host any data or applications, secured, easier, faster, and low maintenance overhead. Big data support and faster ETL. There are three popular cloud providers for ETL and data warehouse environments. ETL and data warehouse environments. ETL means extract, transform, load. Azure Cloud from Microsoft, AWS, Google Cloud. We are into Azure. Why? Comparatively cheaper and easier to implement. Easy, friendly user interface. Easy adopt options to updates. There are three cloud computing environments we need to deal with. SaaS, software as a service. PaaS, platform as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. SaaS, 100% cloud. Cloud maintains the components. In our classes, we are going to learn something called Microsoft Entra. It's nothing but Active Directory, olden days. Now it's called Entra. Azure Monitor and something called as. Just wait. I'll provide the updated notes. Azure Monitor, Azure Alerts, etc. They come under SaaS. Everything Azure will take care. Next, PaaS, platform as a service. We are going to construct servers to host, to store data warehouse. Those come under PaaS. 80% cloud will take care. Remaining 20% we need to take care. What does it mean? Whenever we configure a server, then automatically services, some installation files, their locations, collation settings need to be configured. Everything Azure will take care. In future, patch updates, server maintenance activities, log cleanup, disk maintenance for data storage, statistics update, indexes updates, cloud will take care. In olden days, we used to take care. Remaining 20% we need to take care. Security, end user access, networking, IP address configuration. These are all the things we are going to do from tomorrow. I said security, networking, IP address, very first example. We need to configure a server to store our warehouse, database. That's very first example we are going to configure Azure SQL Server tomorrow, first few minutes. We'll come across IP, networking, security, etc. We need to do, that is PaaS, 20%. Later classes, we are going to learn how to store warehouses in VM, virtual machines. Remember, we have options to store warehouses in PaaS environment. We have data warehouses to get stored in EAS environment. Then what about SaaS? It is for monitoring. Remember, very simple and straight. We go to a restaurant to celebrate the course. Assume we go to a restaurant. A table for 20 people. We already booked it. Okay, it's a corporate booking. We'll be using it for our staff. Once a month, we'll do corporate booking. So say a table for 20 members. And first time, we went into the restaurant. They said, sir, please wait for some time. We are getting the table ready. That is SaaS. The ambience we enjoy, the service we enjoy is nothing but SaaS. We don't literally pay extra for it. 100% restaurant owners will take care of all the service and the what we call the planning activities. There should be perfect planning for hassle-free activities, right? Now, assume, for example, we all went for buffet. Buffet dinner or buffet lunch. And majority ingredients over the table or over the place where we can go and serve. So I go with my plate, I serve it. If required, I make my own burger or sandwich if required with whatever ingredients I have in the starter section. That is PaaS, platform as a service. What is it? They already got the items ready. I go there, I serve and come back. I have to handle the things myself carefully. In SaaS environment, they come to our plate and serve the food. In PaaS, I go there and get it. Then what about EAS? It's like a cooking competition in a TV channel. They give the ingredients, we need to cook our own food. Really, something like that. For easy understanding, okay? 50% cloud will manage, remaining we need to manage in our course. We need to have data warehouse in PaaS, data warehouse in EAS. Both are there. And what about SaaS? Once again, monitoring, managing, alerting, notifications, something called action groups, etc. All kind of monitoring activities, Azure SaaS will take care. What is that? Once again, all kind of monitoring activities, Azure SaaS will take care. Something like this we call it. Here it is. Metrics, monitoring, alerts, something called action groups, SaaS components, migrations, PaaS components. Remember, we should be very clear in what we are doing. So it's like a chemistry. I mean it. We practice on time, friends. It will be a chemistry class. If we don't practice on time, it will be history class. Really, I mean my words. So need your support. On time practice required from tomorrow. Every component we learn throughout the course, I need to tell you which category it is, and we need to remember it. Maintain a separate checklist. Get a separate, like notepad or notebook, running notes. You have the detailed class notes to be given in advance. You'll take print copy of the notes, but still good to have your own quick observation notes also. and you'll send me such observation notes after the class every day. Looks surprising, but fact, it works. It works. Okay, here it is. It works. So let's make sure we do it carefully on time. Please help me. Let's make sure we do it on time. And let's get started now. Let's understand technical journey. What we need to do. Yes, our requirement. Something like this. Just show you here, friends. I'll show you here to get some idea. Okay, something like this. Something like this from my yesterday's data engineering course. Something like this. Here it is. Something like this. Yes, I want it. I don't need to really expect you to give detailed notes like this, but yes, let's involve. It's online training. It should be live. It should be more useful than a regular classroom training. I need it. Let's involve. Let's get started now. Good to write your notes. WhatsApp me after the class throughout the course. You do more, you get more. I do more, I get more. I'll continue. How to implement Azure components? Firstly, we need to get a Azure account. Portal.azure.com. What is this? We are getting ready for tomorrow's class. Go to portal.azure.com. This one. I'll show you. Go to portal.azure.com and then this one. Click on portal.azure.com. Very first time it asks you to sign up. I'll show you here. Portal.azure.com. Good to write your observation notes. Hope you are having your own scribbling pad and pen. I know you are serious, you are cautious with your learning process. Provide your email address. Create one. I'll provide the complete notes after the class today. Create one. You don't have the email address, create one. No account. Provide your email, get one email address, create one new email address, or use existing personal email. Then you get a confirmation mail. You click on the confirmation mail, then you get access to something called Azure portal like this. What we do? Remember, I get a new SIM card for my international travel. What next? I need to activate some plan, right? 1 month plan, 15 days plan, or 2 months plan, depending on my corporate assignment. Same thing here. Once we get the Azure cloud, we need to have something called subscription. Remember, subscription. This one. This is a key, the entry door key. Click, and add. In your case, you may not see any subscription initially, so add. Click on add. I repeat, go to portal.azure.com, subscriptions, add. In your case, you should be seeing free trial if it is a unique email address which is not in Microsoft records. Free trial, select offer. Click on select offer. I used it long back. In your case, it will select offer. Other item, Azure for Students is temporarily not working. I don't know the reason. Microsoft says it has some trouble validating the student IDs now. So this is temporary on hold as per Microsoft recent update. In case attendees from universities, colleges, if any, you may opt for this once it is live again with valid ID card, but small problem there. This account won't work for our course completely. There are few things like IoT, Internet of Things, migrations, open source data warehouse. There are few items, Unity catalog, something called RDD, DAG concepts won't work in student accounts planned for academic learning. But our course is into job oriented real-time learning. There's a lot of difference. This won't work completely, may work partially. I prefer the first option. Try with one email address. If not, go for another email. Go for the first option. Once you select offer, it will ask you for card details, credit card, debit card details. Credit card or debit card, any one. Mobile number, provide the mobile number, and then you get a OTP. Subscribe, you get a free subscription. What next? We are ready for tomorrow's class. I go to a grocery shop, buy items, put them into baskets or covers. I come to Azure shop and create something called resources from tomorrow. Remember, what is that? Resources. Their items here, resources. Remember, okay? And I said IaaS, right? Infrastructure as a service, this one. I also said PaaS, platform as a service, this one. Data factory, again, platform as a service. Example, you create data factory. In next 3-4 classes, we are going to proceed for data factory. What I said, I go to grocery shop, buy items, put them in a cover. One or more covers or baskets. Practically speaking, same way here. We come to Azure shop, we buy resources, put them into resource group. These are like my covers or the baskets, resource group. So from tomorrow, we are into resources and resource groups, both. What is it? Resources and resource group. And here it is. We have storage resources, data factory, Synapse resources, Databricks resources. These are all independent, individual items. So we need to learn individually one by one, each of them. At the end, you need to integrate everything together. The entry points, they're all individual to each other. To learn Databricks, data factory is not required. To learn data factory, Databricks is not required. Both are opposite to each other. Microsoft ETL versus open source ETL. Microsoft warehouse versus open source warehouse. But for end-to-end project, we need both. For end-to-end project, we need both. Let me show you. For end-to-end real-world implementation, they are good friends. Here it is. We have Databricks module, Data Factory and Synapse module together with data lake storage. So storage is in our earlier diagram. Storage is one module and Synapse data factory another module, and we have IoT Databricks one more module. 3 different modules independent of each other initially. We need to get them integrated together in a meaningful way with scenarios, because each of these modules have their own drawbacks by themselves. So we need to integrate them carefully. So remember once again, for today's class, we are learning slowly. Get the account. Why? Create subscription. Why? For data factory, Synapse, Databricks, storage, IoT resources. We have 30 plus Azure resources we need to do in our course. We are defining only free Azure account today, free Azure subscription today. In real world, one account will have multiple subscriptions. Remember, account first, subscription next. Account first, subscription next. In our classes, you will be using free trial subscription. I will be using 3 paid subscription for our mimic of the real world activities. Once again, after subscription, what we have to do? Resources. We need to create server in Azure. It's a resource. We need to create virtual machine in Azure. It's a resource. We need to create warehouse in Azure. It's a resource. So resources are the basic building blocks of Azure. Any item you buy in Azure, it's a resource. And there are different types of resources: storage resources, engineering resources, database resources, IoT resources, other resources. Okay, so step 1, 2, 3, go through it carefully today. Here it is. Go through all the document. I'll mail you all these items today. Here it is. Step 1, 2, 3. Account, subscription, and what is resource. Just go through it carefully. Then, if your time permits today, if not by tomorrow, please download, install SQL Server. Latest version 2022 better. In your computer, you will be having SQL Server SSMS both to start our classes. Remaining items, leave it to me. The remaining green left, blue right with red box, leave it to me. That's our course. Please make sure you follow the documents carefully. Take print copies of the notes if possible. Our team shall provide print copy of the notes separately for now, for the entire module wise notes. For now, I'll send you the PDF document that contains our course content, a PPT, one and only one technical PPT apart from the project solution PPT. Detailed project solution I will take care, inch by inch explanation, but you will try to do it before that. You will give a try, and I will provide you this complete document I'm showing you today. Please go through them carefully. I'll title this as Azure Data Engineering Intro and Configuration Docs. Please try to configure your Azure before tomorrow's class for a happy start of our examples together. We'll stop for today. Over to you. Questions, please. Let me know. We'll wait. Yep. Others, any questions, please? I'll wait.